against the reigning champions. It's Legacy versus Pride. ONIC takes on Team Liquid ID in MPL Indonesia Season 15 playoffs. It starts now.
Welcome to the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen, where we get to see the Kaja in the jungle in the hands of Kai. Someone who we expect to go on Assassins. I guess in a way it's a pickoff hero, right? Impure Rage on Kai. I wonder if it's just going to be like a tanky build. Support emblem with a Thrill and the Season Hunter.
And believe it or not, I think this game is going to put a lot of emphasis towards the EXP picks. Because in the early game, it's Loot Beast game with this initial damage. And there's going to be a lot of work to do for Iran in the early game too, because he's the one that's going to counter the engages coming in from Kyrie.
But that's why it's going to be weird, right? I think in the early game, they're going to have to bank on the damage of Kai. Oh, quite a bit of damage there. We're still gauging, ladies and gentlemen, how good this Kaja pick's going to be. So far, so good. Solid damage as Keyboy places a bit more with a Crash Course, and Witty is forced to recall the mid lane. Divine Judgment for Kai, and it's first blood.
On cue right away. Kyrie, the god of the jungle, he can play anything. That's including the Kaja. Kyoto might be getting engaged on Keyboy, already on the case. It looks like he read the movement. So this game is just about engaging the engager. Like, a lot of times we see the Luoyi pick, we saw the Chip pick. They want to play reactively, but right now, they don't give a damn.
They really did. I think the orthodox pick would just be for them to go for the Lucas. We called it here on the desk. We were talking about, all right, this is going to be a Lucas game. TLID didn't ban it. Keyboy walking down though. Uh-oh, that inexperience biting him in the back, but it will be traded for a turtle, so at least TLID don't walk away empty-handed.
Bit of a rookie mistake there. Kyo could have been a no trade for TLID getting the turtle also. But looking at the lineup from and the win rates that's coming in from these teams, Sans is still undefeated on the Luoyi. So even though this is a Chip and Luoyi combo, which a lot of people don't really like because, you know, the overloads of the teleporters, I think it's still gonna work for ONIC, especially this is the team that we know can pull off some crazy stuff. Looking at the talent prediction though. Woo. Wait, I think I predicted TLID 3-2 actually.
You went for TLID?
Or bias prediction.
Well, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. 3 Onyx, 2 TL. So diversion up top, Aran's gonna be caught. Divine Judgment coming down with Luke P going in all the way. Won't be enough damage to take Aran down. The Badang good at disengaging. A flicker out as Fabian continues to path in the opposite side of the jungle, getting that level lead against Kai.
And as I said earlier, this is gonna be an early game for Lutpi because he has the early game damage. Meanwhile, Sabiro is still needs to stack up the items. So they're gonna be rotating on towards the XP a lot, but Witty!
Instant burst down. Good night, Witty. Good night, Witty to Keyboy. Purple buff.
And now Kyrie. This is tricky because there you go. This is the problem when you're picking a Kaja. You're not the most dynamic jungler out there. You're pretty much just old jungle, and your jungling potential is super low. Keyboy though, on towards Kyo.
Short comes the Crash Force, a Purify already used as Kyo runs away. Kai gets to Divine Judgment. Lutpi again with the damage as Sans gets the dispersion enough to take him down.
Kyrie said, get over here to Mr. Kyo, and that's 2 kills already on the rookie. There's probably gonna be some consideration of substitution in game number 2 if he still continues to perform like this.
Fabian on a turtle. Kai doesn't have the Divine Judgment just yet. It's still on cooldown. Lutpi going in. That's going to be the all in over to the back. Aran going to be taken down. Witty still there. As Lutpi goes for more damage. Witty taken out. Retribution from Fabian with a Soul Sever combo. Turtle 2 over to TL, but ONIC win on the battle.
Yep, 2 kills. They'll take that any day of the week. And Kyrie is going to take that jungling boost to further boost his potential on the burst. I'm kind of curious about the build coming in from Kyrie because is it going to be, oh, there you go. It's a Thunder Belt, so a bit more utility right now, a bit more slows as well. So this is going to be the, you know, that Season 11 Kyrie utility jungle era, which is in a way good because ONIC was dominating at the era, but at the same time, this is Kyrie we're talking about. they missed out on the assassin potential of the God of the Jungle.
We can say that all we want, Shepard, but unfortunately, if we look at the drafts again, right, he was kind of forced into this position. And ONIC were prepared for it. That's Witty. Tsunami Slam already bringing that T-Boy. Oh, before he can do anything. Guy walking up. Aran going for the disengage already. Oh, Lupi! Thunderclap in the midst of it. All kill. Going to be taken down to Witty. Falls as well to Lupi.
But Keyboy, though, that's a really fast reaction on the teleporter there, knowing that he's going to be engaged on and he needs his teammates' help to retaliate. And he's already healthy right now on the bottom lane, screaming for Savero.
Now I understand, you know, why a lot of people that I've spoken to, analysts, a lot of pundits, a lot of just fans of TL, have been saying that Aaron might be the better choice in playoffs. Playing in this grand stage is quite intimidating, and we gotta say, Kyo definitely is feeling it.
Yep, there's a reason why Aaron Shiki is named the Untouchable One. He performed at the most grandiose stage in M6. Kind of fell short though, but he's gonna be here to support the rookie and maybe give his inputs as well in the break that's gonna come after game number 1. ONIC though right now still 1.7k gold lead. They're in a pretty good position despite them picking this Kaja. And now, second objective battle, surely this favors TLID just because of the jungle.
Aran on it already with Fabian. T-Boy does have the shortcut. San's not going to look for an angle here. Kai's just going to walk up for the airstrike coming down. Witty able to go for the Tsunami Slam. Oh! Free win. Zabon Force coming down. Keyboy able to walk away. Witty though caught again. Let's pay. Mega kill. Fabian going to be caught in the thunderclap again. And Aran falls to Savero.
Oh, they're not stopping just yet. Look, he just goes in again.
Diversion to the back. Keyboy looking at the crash course. Unable to go for the Sun. Kai with the flank. A killing spree. Hesq whipped down. Let's a shutdown to him. He's unstoppable.
A portrait in motion for the Porcupines. Like, listening to a beautiful staccato right now. 4.5k gold lead. This is the old ONIC that we're used to seeing. But what a play coming in from the whole team of ONIC. They're not stopping. Even with Kiwi getting bursted down. The early team fight.
It's strange, Shepard. The old ONIC, but the new Liquid that just doesn't feel right. 3-12, 5,000 gold lead, neutral objective control, but I think they're usually known as a team that has the better battles, the better skirmishes. Now it's ONIC who are playing their game.
Yep. And they can take this as long as they want to, especially with the fact that Keyboy and Sans can pull the trigger anytime they want to. Lutpi secured a huge item there. So all the damage dealers coming in from TLID will be much more vulnerable by now. And it's secured that, I believe, Tire hit as well. Hoping for it to proc in the later part of the game. 6k for ONIC.
Wow. And ONIC at this point, they're going to have to play just discipline. At this point, they don't need to rush anything.
Yeah.
5,000 gold lead at 8 minutes with a composition that even though you think is more of the early game, I think it's more a mid-game for Lutpi especially. Now that he has to have to see, 2,000 gold lead in XP. Technically, he's known for this. Last time we were in the Velodrome, it was Lutpi who carried ONIC with the carry picks to secure the 4th title. Back to back to back to back.
They stuck to the KTV, man. Give Lutpi the EXP carry, the Keto is the Benedetta. And this time, it's Masha. We've been wondering why it got banned quite a lot in the regular season. But this is the answer. 5-0-3 for Mr. Lutpi, and he's looking to get more in his back. And the fact that he can just split wherever he wants to. There's 2 teleporters. He can go into teamfight anytime he wants.
It's way too easy for ONIC to set up after getting the early game lead. We expected TLID to be the ones leading in the early game, and then in the mid game, perhaps for ONIC to turn the tides with the man advantage, with those teleports. But when they have a lead like this gives ONIC all the room for Prio up top. TLID are not sending anyone. Holy Defense already procced. Lutpi is going to stay there.
Wait a minute, Kyo, is he gonna clear? Is he gonna cross that?
He's dead if he does.
Yeah. Looks like he's gonna take the long route, but ONIC, they're on a case on towards the Lord. Already 20k. Keyboy might be getting engaged on.
Tsunami Slam over to Keyboy. Unable to go. Shortcut in the flicker route. Kyrie walks at Divine Judgment. Over to Fabian. Sabero picks up the killing spree. Heavy crossbow coming down. Witty. Gun down. ONIC with a 2-0 lead.
How do you deal with this diversion on towards that bushes? Kyo did not read that one. It looks like ONIC will take this one without any contest.
Okay.
There you go. I was wondering, Mirko, like at this point, Kyo and Yehezkiel, what do they do? What are they here for? Because if they actually brought the ultimate, Loopsy can just jump on them with a flicker, and it's easy picking for him.
That's a good question. I don't know what he does. Either way, it's going to be tough. He has Purify up against Akaja. Again, easy Divine Judgment. It goes through that suppression. I'm trying to think about ways, but we do have a game fact here by our new application, Doping.
Kyrie's Gotcha Jungler makes a return in MPL Indonesia after being last used by Kyrie in MPL ID Season 11 regular season when ONIC defeated Alter Ego. And Sans, that's a huge item there on the Winter Crown. Now, you can see the old Sans with the Purifies, with the Winter Crown, the micro god of Indonesia for the longest time. Look, we also secured that Malefic War, so again, if they want to go for a run, they can do it any day of the week.
It really just feels... Oh, Aran is holding an angle, perhaps looking for a play again. Jumps off the Sans, but he has to Purify. Witty able to go for the catch. Yep, nice walking up. The Lord as well. Savero, oh, that damage! Yehezkiel and Kyo down very low. Diversion up to the side. They're going to take it. But it's still just away. Tsunami Sam locking T-Boy down. Now with the lockdown as well, with the shortcut coming down. T-Boy has the immortality. Witty obliterated. T-Boy still stays alive. Kyo goes in. Aran goes over the six. Crack. Gets a kill on the T-Boy, but Lupi and Kai are just dismantling the back. Base wide open. Savero walking him down in the fountain. Another wave spawning in. 16 seconds for Witty. ONIC can take it slow.
They're still gonna wait for the minions. Mid lane turret will be down to the hands of Savero. Fabian and Kyo, two defenders for the Stallions.
Persian. Yo, what happened to Fabian? It's a magic trick. You blink and you miss it. Lupi wants to go for more. ONIC start the best of 5 with a game 1 dominant display.
12K against the reigning champion of MPL ID. We might see a resurgence of ONIC ever since Yep came back. It's just all good winning lineup in Season 14. They were the runner-up in M6. Can they do it against the mighty ONIC? Here we go, game number 2.
We've been seeing a whole lot of the mighty ONIC here so far. Game number 1. Indeed, Sheffin was a stompy stomp. Let's see if game 2 is any better for Liquid. Because the drafts, we went through it. I think we got all of the picks right, and I don't think we're too big of a fan of the TLID drafts, right? This is like very one-dimensional team fight draft from them.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, Mirko, these combos in Season 11. You can bring it back to that season. The Faramis Mathilda, the Mathilda Phovius, Mathilda Lucas. This works really well. As Yehezkiel getting burned out of his flicker. Kyrie takes some camps away from Fabian. Some pressure early game right from the get-go from ONIC.
Oh, man. The thing about the... Oh, they're going to go all in on Taran. Maybe forcing a flicker out, brought back to the team again. Wow, still saving the flicker. First blood. What?
This is as worse as it gets, especially for an EXP laner. You need the XPs for you to be able to contest the first neutral objective. And they just shoot themselves in the foot.
We got
that one.
Shepin, this is a Phobius. You need 4. You need to survive there. I wonder what the decision was. I mean, yes, sometimes you do want to save your flicker. T-Boy walks up, Yehezkiel's gonna KCC, and now good night as well. Fabian goes for the fight. Doesn't have ult, has the guiding wind to take it away, but it's a 1,000 gold lead for the mighty ONIC.
This animal on my bingo card. Kyo is losing the lane too. Top lane, it's nightmare for Iran. Mid lane, Keyboy is doing work. Already 2 involvement in the kills. Kyrie looking for a kill here to Kyo, already level 4. And it's already 1.4k in a span of 2 minutes. We might be seeing, once again, the resurgence of a Prime ONIC.
I feel like TLID are taking it so, like they're taking the front face value of all the picks from ONIC. They're really not thinking about it deep. That's the thing about Yep's draft. You see a few picks, you can't just go for that pure counter straight up. I wonder why the Jusin was banned. Honestly, further airstrike down below. Kyo, flicker out, free turtle. This is looking to be a stompy stomp. Sans to the flicker out. Fabian does have the Sacred Beast form. Will be able to dive in. Sans goes for the stun. Keyboy unable to go for the chain. CC. Fabian gets away the guiding win from Witty, but no one follows through.
Yeah, this is just absolute domination again in the early game. Even more Then game number 1, looking at the win rates though, Fabian, that's a pretty bad win rate on Lucas. 0 out of 3 in regular season. Let's see if they can, once again, flip the script, because it's not looking very good for the Cavalry right now. If this continues on, Eterna said 3-0 might really be possible.
After looking at the drafts, I wasn't a believer before, right? You told me it might be a 3-0 day. I'm like, nah, maybe B-tier Alter Ego, but not ONIC TL. After game 1 and then the draft in game 2, I think you guys have convinced me this could be, yes, a 3-0. And man, what a 3-0 would it be? We expected TLID to pull up a whole lot more fight in their first match. An elimination match as the defending champions.
Yep. They got better later part of the season, but when you look at the improvement of ONIC compared to other teams, it's pretty much night and day. Yep, the savior of ONIC and Kyrie already looking for an engage. Kill getting chopped on.
Shadow kill as well.
Too easy. Way too easy. I don't think he needs even the shadow kill at that part. Keyboy still saving up the flicker, still saving up the ult, and Savero is having the time of his life. Keyboy, are you looking for a solo kill, my dude?
Yeah, taking a stampede away already. No engage potential, mid lane's being frozen. This is a complete shutout. ONIC are not letting TLID breathe, not even in their own jungle.
Yep. Very early glowing one there from San, so a lot more work to do for Weedy and crew, because they do rely heavily on the extra shields, extra HP that's gonna come. Even the spell farms coming in from Fabian and Aran, but they're still on the case on towards the turtle. They have the advantage.
But with the flicker already, with the grab as well. Now, able to get onto him. Fabian with the Sacred Beast already used up. That's going to be a big bait onto the resources of TLID. Sacred Beast does nothing.
Oh,
the tail beast
Lord.
buff tickled. Look, he regens back up, and the win condition of TL is evaporating.
Silver lining, Kyo is getting some turret hit, but Savero still has the sprint. Let's see if they want to go for this one. No. ONIC, man, they're playing it a bit too cleanly, I gotta say. In that fight earlier, they understand, especially Lutpi understands, even though right now he's not on the damage jungler that he really likes, he still somehow controls the objective for ONIC. Looking at the in-game equipment by Dunia Games, already 1.2k on the jungle. This is just absolute nightmare for TL. They're looking to make something happen here, but Keyboy with the stun!
Whoa! Keyboy turns it around, Lutpi in the back as well. He's got to be careful about the Ghost Bursters and all in over the back, but no Sacred Beast form, just a turret take, but responded over by Kai up top with another turret.
Yep, it's a trade. At this point, they want to take any trade that they can take, even though it's an equal one. It's gonna favor towards the losing team. They're still gonna stack up on the stacks coming in from Kyo though, so that might be something they can use or utilize in the late game, but Lutpi can just open the bushes anytime that he wants to. Already some EXP leads on towards Aran. Keyboy again on the Badang, on the momentum heroes. You always can count on this guy to make the play.
Wow.
First item secured, finally, by Fabian.
I don't know, Sheffin. This arena, this ONIC performance really is giving me those flashbacks of the mighty ONIC of season 13, 12, 11, and 10.
A bit too long.
A bit too long, their reign, their dynasty. But it could be flashbacks or a rewind of what we saw before. ONIC are really controlling every single point. Oh, Aran's chunked down, Feather Airstrike. Taking your SQ Force and regen slow push up top. This is beautiful from ONIC.
Yeah, all the while ONIC, Kyrie is just farming.
Yeah.
He does not care about the team fights at all. Even right now, he has almost 4-level lead after this turtle against Fabian. But he wants to go for the steal. Did he get it? I think he did. And he gets the turtle.
No, Sans gets a turtle. That's the
Who
key
cares?
in him.
Oh my
Who cares
God.
indeed? The orange buff got taken. Fabian is a 4. He was 4 levels down. Now he's 9. So that makes it only 3. Oh,
Not much better.
what? The thing is, Sheffin, this is what we were already discussing about in the draft itself. I didn't like the Fermis pick because it forced them to just purely play for team fights. They went with the Granger, and then the Lucas was kind of like an obvious pick. They're stuck in this win con. They're stuck in winning a team fight. How do you win a team fight up against a composition that scales better than you, that can deal that much damage? We're still in the early game. I don't even count this as mid game yet.
Yeah, maybe they need to kite, but maybe a bit too late at this point. 5K, they're still chasing for that 1K gold difference per minute prime ONIC that we used to see. And mind you, this is the stage that ONIC got that 4-beat.
Wow.
ONIC always remind that to me every time he went to sleep. Now, TLID, what do they do? That was the question that you asked to me, Miracle.
Yeah.
But at this point, they're just, waiting for a mistake coming from ONIC. Oh,
Is it the best choice to go for Shadow Kill? Kai picks up a kill. The Netherrealm was years too late.
That's a Phobius, my dude.
Look at Main Kids. Even he's kind of cringing at that damage.
Yeah, he's bracing for ONIC in the next round already, it seems like. And it would be a tough matchup even for Geek Fam. TLID being on the back foot is an understatement. They're in the purgatory right now, trying to climb back from the depths of hell. Look at the shots coming in from San, forcing Kyo and Yeheskiel to maybe recall. Jeez.
ONIC are re-climbing the stairs back to the sky, trying to reclaim what was once theirs for the longest time. That Sky King mantle, that moniker, might just come back to them with this kind of performance. Great Dragon Spear, 3rd item. That's how much you know he's snowballing, brother. Usually you go for maybe a melting gun, maybe sometimes a win in nature when you're behind. He goes for a GDS. He wants extra move speed, more crit. He knows TLID cannot take the crit damage, even if they want to.
Yep. Even he's using the sprint. He is confident with his ability to get away from the danger. Carry using the Shadow Kill to kill the Lord. And by the way, Miracle, Savero is actually using that GDS in the first game too in the 3rd item. So maybe it's his style.
Yeah. It's not just his style, it's
They're
7,000 gold in 8 minutes.
Good point.
Oh, this is a 5-level lead. Lucas, he's not... The Naruto in MLBB isn't the Naruto in the anime, He scales in the anime. He can always just talk himself out of bad situations.
Nah, this is not the Shippuden Naruto, which is why he's losing to Kakashi.
Bro, this ain't even the OG Naruto. This is kindergarten Naruto,
Yeah.
Like when he was still being bullied. These are the bullies in school.
Shout out to Hiruzen, the best Hokage of all time.
Oh. Ew. ONIC taking control of the mid lane, tier 2. They have... See, their clear isn't even good. Shadow Kill in the back. Netherrealm already baited with a flicker up from Kyo. They don't even have the best wave clear. Their wave clear is kind of mid. No, it's kind of bad.
And Sans will have the feathered airstrike anytime soon. This is just absolute disastrous. Absolute domination coming in from ONIC. 9K already in 10 minutes. Not quite the 1K per minute that we're used to seeing, but they can take the turret actually in the top lane here. They have the wave.
Uh-oh, Keyboard's in for the play. Goes in on Taran, pins him down. That's going to be the guiding win. Anderson with the eagle! Fabian finds a kill. That's a turn. Maybe a mistake from ONIC. Playing it way too aggressively. Winnie jumps in with the guiding win again, but the Shadow Kill does a bit too much damage for them to respect.
Oh my god!
Kai and Ludpi!
They're still going crazy. Kai still wants more. Still has the quad shadow. Didn't want to go around. He went for it, but didn't get the kill. But that was... Savero goes down first, mind you. And they still came out in an equal position.
It's because the damage is still on Kai and Sans. They are just so far ahead that even if you get these prio picks, you've already technically wasted all your resources to get those 2 picks. They should have just been happy with the 2 picks and went back. There's no bounty. This is what's so frustrating for TLID. Even if they get a good team fight now, the good team fight they're looking for is a wipeout.
Yep.
There are no bounties. They can slowly but surely come back into the game, but it'll be a very, very slow game.
ONIC got a hand. If TLID wants to win, the objective is just wait for an ONIC mistake, which is, at this point, it rarely happens. It just happened just now with Savero. A bit too overzealous, just trying to take the turret, but they cannot bank on that strategy. This is not, some Tarkam level tournament. This is MPLID. The highest stage. Looking at the items though, Kyrie actually goes for
Endless? He's going for Endless, right?
And the
Rose
Magic
Gold.
Plate. So there's a bit of respect there from Kai, even though he is snowballing the hell out of this Hayabusa.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see the reaction earlier, right? When he went in just because of a single guy. The Netherrealm comes out. The flickers. They're just getting away from a single Kakashi.
You know what's crazy is the Shadow Kill could be used as bait to take away the Netherrealm.
And they still have the resource.
They'll still have... Sans is the split pusher here. Oh my lord.
What?
Gila indeed.
What the burb doing?
The Farsa, the bird, is down below, forcing TLID to rotate, giving the full control, full prio over to ONIC.
Whoa.
High with the open on the bush. Fabian is right there. They're still holding on to the Lord. Farsa slow pushing down below. They gotta concede this one. There's no chance. TLID contest, full neutral objective control.
Jeez. And shout out to Keyboy, by the way. I think he's been the most, like, I guess, unsung hero for ONIC because he's been doing his best with the fist crack and also the walls. Just trapping everyone in his place. Kyo, I'm curious to see the economic position or status of this Granger compared to the Irithel, because look at the levels right now. It's already 2 on this 2 gold laner, and they almost take the turret without even a single turret taker in Savero or Kyrie in the bottom lane. And they're gonna take it with the Lord coming in the bottom lane.
Free from the mini waves. Mid lane siege coming down as well. Wave up top dealt with by TLID as they grouped up earlier. Savero slowly but surely munching at the HP bar of the turret in the mid lane. Still Canamine in there. Savero gets the final shot. Turret down in the mid lane and in the bottom lane. Sirens has
Watch out for Keyboy.
the feathered airstrike again. Watch out for Keyboy.
Yep, the flicker is always there. He's eyeing for that Keyboy moment. And it might happen in a few seconds. Concealed by Keyboy. Can he get it?
Good spacing from TLID, trying to deny that. Crazy play from Keyboy. Goes for the pin down right in front. Aran. 3 shots onto it.
Oh my god!
And the circling eagle. Fabian brought back again. Savero has him in the nature. Keyboy locks him down. Savero baited him. Ludpi in the back. Mounts Aran. A flicker up from Aran. Another realm to come down as well. But now it's gonna be Kai, who still has the shadow kill, mind you. Another realm dealt with. Ludpi walks up. We'll have to respect the damage.
Savero on the case, on the base. Kyrie goes in with a quad shadow. Can they do it? San still circling. And they go! Keyboy!
The cleanup. And it is over. 2-0 for ONIC. A stompy stomp. 2 games in a row. Yikes.
Yikes is right. What the hell is this team, man? Liquid ID. They're in the brink of elimination. Only 1 game separates them from the gaming house. They were the runner-up of M6. Runner-up. No, the champion of MPL Indonesia season 14. And now, look at where they at. This is their last draw. Can they do it and stop the resurgence of ONIC?
They gotta fight back somehow up against ONIC. Again, the defending champions, ladies and gentlemen, in their first season. A lot of them, at least Fabian, Witty, and Aaron Shiki, it was the 3 rookies that were promoted into MPL with a lot of doubts surrounding them. Instantly erasing those doubts, carving their name into the history books of MPL ID by becoming champions. ONIC, what do you think about the draft here, Sheffin?
I gotta say, you are very ONIC Pro draft, or like you were very ONIC Pro when the draft happened, right?
Until the Fairness Granger.
Yeah. I think a Yves and also maybe like a 1-1 or something like a Harith would do well, especially with the amount of damage that Kyrie can deal in the early game. But look at that!
That's exactly what. Oh, almost a hook chained together there. Keyboy not gonna find it. But yeah, what were you saying, Shevin?
Yeah, I gotta say, TLID, if they want to go back to the season of 14 form of TLID, they did the right thing. They put Alpha on Fabian. They put the Matilda on Weedy. So the ingredients is there.
Impressive.
It's a matter of how they execute. I think it's a much more well-rounded draft and also more competitive drafting phase than first and second game.
I agree. This isn't a complete shout-out on the drafts, unlike what we saw in Game 1 and Game 2. Despite the first pick, Juicin, that I was already... I'm a hater. I'm a hater for the Juicin first pick. Not a big fan of that pick anymore, at least not a first pick. ONIC, though, control in the bush, waiting for an ambush to happen. You can see the win rates all throughout. 0 and 1 on the Alpha for Fabian, which is definitely not a stat that we are used to. Last season is Matilda Alpha, the combo of TLID was amazing. Almost an attempt there. Successfully getting the Iron Hook.
Now it's going to be hard for ONIC to be able to get close to the turrets or the turtle. Keyboy already getting jumped on.
Uh-oh, and ollie onto the back. Oh, yes, he'll pull back as well. Keyboy walking in front. Fabian able to pull out the Retribution with the Iron Hook connects. NetherRealm coming down as Kyrie gets caught, but will be able to dish out down.
What?
Solo!
What?
Kill up top kill! Finally kill Sans. Flicker forward, bringing him back into the damage of ONIC. 2-1, but TL got the turtle.
Well, it's the same thing that happened in the first game. They got the turtle, but there's some retaliation on the other side of the map.
Wow.
They gotta stop with the 1v1s, man. They're gonna take care of themselves.
I think it's fine. I'm curious as to how Kyo won that battle.
Yeah.
Ranger should be the one with an advantage in the lane.
I mean, we can see in the items, already warrior boots for Kyo. Maybe that plays a part, that 1v1 earlier. But yeah, curious to see what happened in the replay. Looking at the other items though, nothing too crazy just yet. A rapid boots for Keyboy. Oh, getting all in by Fabian, but he knows. He's gonna go for a Franco in the middle of a turret.
This is looking more like the TLID we have seen in the regular season. You know, not the inconsistent version, but the normal form where they are actually able to fight. They're actually able to finally coordinate together, unlike the last two games. But somehow, ONIC find themselves still 1,000 gold ahead with no neutral objective. This is just the pure... Is it the Suyo? No, he's a level down.
I've always said this, a sign of an elite team is when you're losing the trade, or at least the trade is even, you see the wave clear, you see the pathing in the jungle. And this is what ONIC did throughout the prime ONIC era. The micros on all the members is very sound around, getting jumped on, but still has the AOG.
Sans walks off, Fabian already there, asking for the guiding wind, bringing him back into the circling Eagle Sans! Another round with the bloody hunt, locking Fabian down, instantly cancel with the AOG!
Oh! Look P though, still chasing Fabian. Keyboy already low. Kyrie just goes back. Still want to stop or not. Look P taking a bit of damage, but there's no kill just yet on that exchange.
Just poke. Sans so patient with the NetherRealm. I thought he died before he could pop it in, but he gets it in time. ONIC now with the great Iron Hook landing again, but it's only onto Aran who has the guiding win provided by Witty. Hold. Fabian on the turtle. Lutpi walking up already. On Aran, mounting him up, bringing him back all the way to Savero to get some free shots. Fabian on the turtle, and that's a save with the guiding win. ONIC cannot contest. Lutpi caught in deep waters.
Getting jumped on by 4 people. It might be the end for Lutpi in this case. Keyboy though, the hook. Lutpi gets to that form, but he's gonna get executed. No! No kills at all. Again.
Wow. They're holding their ground. They're standing their ground. The lead is gone. But with 2 turtles, you would expect TLID to be the ones holding that lead. A turret down below. And right to our lefts, ladies and gentlemen, me and Shepin's left, we got 2 legends who are streaming in the venue.
I mean, literally 20 feet away from us, we can see them just yapping for you guys out there. Check out their stream if you're bored of us.
Shepin, who do you think's better? Who do you think's better?
You really gonna put me on the spot here?
Hey, I'll answer too.
If we're talking about peak, Anti-Mage.
Anti-Mage.
Overall, our 7.
Anti-Mage.
Wow.
Once an MSC winner.
All right. To each their own. And to each their own also in audience prediction, 80% to 20% as expected. Going by what happened in the first 2 games.
80%. After what we saw from game 2, understandable. This was not the audience prediction that we saw in game 1. It was actually quite even, I believe. And then we saw a big shift after that stomp in game 1. And now ONIC are finally in a position where they're the ones forced to trade it out. How is it that they are still the ones leading? It's a turret, 2 turtles, and it's a gold lead for ONIC.
I think it's the fact that Kai is much more dynamic than Fabian. Because Fabian, he kind of have to rely on Witty to be able to get around the map. And he's been doing that. That's what's supposed to happen, and that is their game plan. But Kyrie can clear the lane on his own, can just farm on his own and make a play on his own. But gotta say, the one thing that really impressed me the most is the fact that ONIC, not one of the members has died yet. Might be changing it now.
All in over to Keyboy, NetherRealm in time, but he will still fall. Flicker out, burnt out SOD. Kyo joining the fight. Savero with a few good shots. Great revitalize to keep him alive. Aran and the rest of the team. Kai will give away the turtle and just, oh man, he's wiped the entire bottom side jungle.
Free real estate for Kyrie, even the orange buff as well. The one thing that makes ONIC special in their prime era, they let go of the things that they're not going to take care of or have the disadvantage. And truly they are in a disadvantage in objective battle, especially after Keyboy getting jumped on. The key is Keyboy getting the initial hook and getting someone to burst the opponent down before the fight begins and make it a 4v5.
All right, we gotta think about this though. If they had a Yeve in the mid lane, this is the playstyle that I expected. They would just play it slow, give away a few neutral objectives, maybe actually be able to contest Turtle 3. With this composition, playing it safe like this, trading across the board, means that they're gonna be scaling for mid. I believe TLID have the better mid game.
Yeah.
And late game with Moscow?
Yeah.
Right?
That's what I'm gonna say. The long lane pressure that they can definitely utilize, and Kyo hasn't died just yet, even winning on a 1v1 against Salvero on his own. 500 though, this is not a lead that's really safe at all in MPL Indonesia. I wonder how many lead changes, at least 2 so far in this game on the economy. And ONIC, look at the bushes miracle. This is what having an Alpha and a Mathilda gives you. I really like the fact that they're going back to their form in Season 14. This is their bread and butter. Just own the bush. Try to get your map or like the advantage on the vision. And Keyboy, all he can do is just try to get this blind hooks that most likely not gonna land. You gotta scan the bushes, you gotta scan all the things that he cannot see in plain sight and make a play out of his micro.
It's all about pushing slowly and steadily for TLID. They have the lead, and like you said, it isn't safe, but it's fine. They have a composition that scales pretty well into the late game. The range is the only thing that I have doubts about, right? Sans walks up. Oh, good damage.
Yeah, yes, skill already low, around half HP. Salvero dealing some death sonatas as while Kyrie just clearing the mid lane. Oh, Keyboy!
Purify. Good call. That mid push, man, so important for the neutral objective take in TLID. They are struggling to get control of it. Sans, another risky move, walking up front. Orange buff taken. That's a level lead for Kai.
Yep.
Iron hook not landing. Lord very low.
10k on the load. Kyrie goes in. Fabian getting jumped on.
On all lane with the Bloody Heart and the Winter Crown. Lord stolen already now. The mount down over to Fabian. This should be a trade. Lutpi is dead. Isolated from the team.
AOG.
The Lord Aran jumping in, but it will be Keyboy still surviving. SOD!
Kyo!
Jumping on the Kai. Soul Sever coming down. Yes, here with the flicker forward on the Crimson Peak, and Kai getting away with the Blade Surge.
Finally a W for TLID, but no, the Lord is taken out by Kyrie. Overall, though, in the kill department, it's an equal one. Fabian is trying to sandwich Kyrie and Sans.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Crazy poke. Fabian with the flank, though, but no one walks his way. Wow. Okay. Clean. Taking control of the mid lane as Fabian looks for the flank. That will not amount to anything. Fabian sees Kyrie. Sans sees him too. Death Sonata, Ghost Bursters, and that will be it with the wave in the mid lane. Now a Lord up top.
Yep. This is the problem with... Yes, you have the Mathilda on the Fabian, but...
Oh, come on, Kai.
Yeah, just Kyrie thinks, man. The God of the Jungle. The red trees are there. But yeah, look, be in trouble. Spear of Misery connected. Half HP, but they still have the Lord. And the siege potential. Salvero just gunning them down with Death Sonatas.
And Rhapsodies are on very low already. Lord marching down. TLID. Fabian walks up. Oh no!
Jeez.
Another round coming down with the SOD as well. Don't take it, Kill. ONIC on the brink of eliminating the defending champions.
Yup. This is just clinical Mobile Legends coming in from ONIC. It wasn't that clean in the early game, but they know what to do, even in the objective battle that they're not supposed to have an advantage on. Yes, they have the Bloody Hunt on a Keyboy, but this is Alpha against a Suyo and Mathilda we're talking about. Man, the HP bars is leaning towards TLID side. ONIC gotta rely on the micros, Fabian. Oh man, gotta watch out for the soaks, man.
He's so far up front alone with no Mathilda. That could have been real bad. Luckily, the timing wasn't, the best. Even if ONIC got that, they would have got more pressure, but there's no neutral objective up.
Whew. Now it's time to breathe for both of these teams. Once again, I think the win con, or the plan, Fabian though, Spirit of Alpha onto his Lutpi.
Oh, Chain CC.
That's the
SOD and
OG!
AOG! Keyboard with flicker out. Aran looking for the play. Kyo takes the SOD. Netherrealm for Suns to escape. 28 seconds for Lord. Lutpi, 20 seconds to respawn.
You gotta find a way for Ludwig to be able to check the bushes a bit safely. Maybe just a blind hook from Keyboard just to clear the bushes so that Ludwig did not get engaged on, just like what happened earlier. TLID, they're 5 men strong, but can they make a use of this advantage that they have right now? 4 seconds towards the lower. Ludwig is already up on a respawn time.
It's control. Look at the piercing damage from Kyo 2. Keyboy looking for the hook. TLID on the Lord with a slow push down below.
I gotta wait for Aran to back away. Or maybe just heals up with Widdy's photo. That's something they can do, but it's already half HP. So that's something that Savero might be looking forward to burst, especially with the Sky Piercer.
The wave is good for ONIC. In the bottom lane, great. Zoom in into the map. You can see again how they're managing the waves. Kyrie notices it is building towards a slow push for them, so that's why he rotates without hitting the wave. ONIC controlling the neutral objective. Moskov seen down below. ONIC, are they gonna make the shot, the call?
They're still healthy. This is on the hook is Keyboy.
Tier 2 for free. Lord Dance in favor of TL. Moskov still in the bottom lane, farming and clearing it up, shoving the wave in.
You don't have to.
Holding on to it.
What? They're still going for the Lord. Ludwig getting jumped, knocked up into the air by the Lord.
Face turner taken out again, bloody high. Hakai able to secure it now. In the back, yo! ONIC, what was that? A gamble that could not have been worse. TLID, just run it down.
They're not just yet. If they can force out a Game 5, momentum would be on their side. And they're sticking to the bread and butter with the draft. Game number 4 is underway in Jakarta International Velodrome. Here we go.
Welcome to the land of Dawn, ladies and gentlemen. A reverse sweep, is that what you're saying, Shepin? If they win here, we're on track for a reverse sweep. Technically, not unheard of. We did just see in the Philippines, the sister org of TLPH, in their first match, they were able to reverse sweep Falcons.
Yep. And not only that, throughout the first 2 days of MPLPH, it was a 20-match affair, or 20-game affair.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can replicate it here in ID. Would be pretty fun playoffs if we do so. But this is the Kyrie Julian that we're used to seeing, even in season...
when he joined, season 10?
Yeah, season 11, when the playoffs was in International Velodrome, or 13?
13.
He debuted it.
Look at that, the enhanced side that we were talking about in the draft, Sheffin. That's what the Julian is meant for. Insta-kill button when you have a Kalea with you. Now goes back in again, Purify already out, enhanced chain with a knock-up. Just a bit of poke over to Kai.
And by the way, those are almost two kills without assistance from Kyrie. That's pretty much solo kills all over the place. Even Keyboy didn't have to get involved in those assassination. This is the god of the jungle in his pride form. You give him the Julian, you're gonna pay.
Tough, very tough. Especially when they get engaged on. That's what you can see. A lot of emphasis on Purifies. Fabian walking up into the mid lane, trying to get some prio. No Purify though. Keyboy. It's Purify Alpha. Also, defensively.
I mean, to be fair, he would have... Yo! Might be another solo kill here for Savero. No Death Sonata just yet. Harry on the case, trying to chase Kyo. Can he do it? Looks like the answer is no.
Okay. Rotation in the mid lane. Aran taken very low, has the guiding win. Already a hold on the turtle from Fabian. Luppi walking up. San's not level 4 just yet. Aran gonna be changed CC now as Luppi walks up as well. Spear about my retribution on point. Keyway with the flicker out. AOG coming down. No, cancelled out by Aran. And the guiding win, but he's brought back so far away.
Yep. Lutpi still alive, but TLID was able to utilize the fact that Kyrie was nowhere to be found on the turtle pit. And Fabian on the alpha with the Mathilda as well, with the screening from Gatot Kacha Baran. Surely will take down the turtle. 300 gold lead-ish from ONIC. Pretty much the same thing that we've seen in game number 3.
But here it's okay, right? Compared to the previous game, scaling was pretty good for TLID. P-Boy asking for Tsunami Slam into the combo. Oh my lord, deadly combo. Tsunami Slam into an enhanced side feather, airstrike, and Death Sonatas.
The reason why they pick Alpha, at least one of them, is the fact that Alpha is very sustainable. But when you have 4 guys ganging up on you, what can you do? Especially with the early game Julian that Kyrie brought out around.
Uh-oh. As the AOG, they're going to try their best to chain CC it. Again, chain already used. He's going to try to get the enhanced sword. Kai backs away.
Discipline coming in from ONIC. They could have actually committed on towards it, but surely they're going to pick kill though. Dodges away from Keyboy CC. Haskell taking a lot of beatings.
Uh-oh.
Might be in trouble.
Flickers out to safety. TLID are the ones looking for scraps on the map here. Keyboy has the Tsunami Slam, is trying to get close. Walks up, Tsunami Slam. Kyrie right there to follow it up already. Guiding win. No full burst.
Unfortunate. He was trying to bring back Fabian over the wall, but didn't get the CC that they need to be able to kill down this Alpha. Meanwhile, though, in the top lane, this is kind of as expected. A Granger and the carry. The range advantage is huge, and Savero making full use of it despite kill. Hasn't died just yet. Second objective coming in. ONIC already has the advantage.
Poke from Keyboy, taunt already, locking him down. Still Lantern placed on top of him. Sustained from Keyboy. Aran taken low. Ludwig, spread.
This is the TLID we're used to seeing. The Mathildas, the Guiding Ways, is getting full use.
Oh, from Witty! 2-man knocked up. Or 2-man immobilization in the back. AOG with a combo of Witty getting the Circling Eagle and all of the Fear of Alpha. Ludwig caught has the mount. Keyboy flickers out. Kyrie in the midst of it all. It has sword! Picked up!
Kyrie is low, as so Fabian is gonna get taken down, isolated. 2 junglers taken away from the fight.
Woo! We got a battle in Game 4. No longer the stomps of Game 1 and 2. TLID are very slow starters, but seems like they've warmed up enough with the first 2 games.
The fact that they recovered from 2 absolute beatdowns in the first 2 games is sort of impressive, because especially when you have a rookie like Kyo, surely that takes a toll on towards your mentality. And looking at the replay earlier, you can see the game of isolation between Kyrie and Fabian. These 2 are pretty much sustainable. 2 fighters just fighting it out to the front line. And it was a pretty beautiful trade from both.
It's just so tough now for ONIC because, well, now they have a siege going on up top. Good poke from Savero. Kyo's got to be careful. Guiding win for sustain. Sans, no for the airstrike. Really want to take this turret. Savero, 1, 2. Oh, he goes for the Rhapsody. Risky play, 1v1. Kai versus Fabian, and has sword Fabian. Spear of Alpha, solo kill for the Usurper.
Oh, it's the god of the jungle in front of Fabian. The MVP of Season 14 is showing his class to the legend in Kyrie. And right now, that's the boost that TLID needed. The mentality boost, Savero. AOG misses, AOG again!
2-time for the 2-time. Circling Eagle! Catches them all in the back. Tsunami Slam. Savero able to cut away. Fabian gonna be taken down. Sky Piercer already. Immobilization. Onto 3 earlier. Ludwig mounting Aran. Good guiding win to cancel it out. Keyboy's there. Yes, kill!
The re-engage continues. Savero reloads. Yes, kill! Taking a lot of beating. So is Savero. Kyrie comes. Can he knock them up? Aran is slow!
Good chain. Kyo and Witty running for the hills. ONIC in a prolonged team fight. Out-sustained. A team with a Mathilda and a Revitalize on Gatot-Kacha. Now they got... Never mind. I thought they got a free turtle, but Kai is taking it slow.
Yeah. Game back by new application GoPay. This marks Julian's debut in Season 15 after last being used by Sujin when RQ lose against TLID. Season 14 Grand Finals. And you can say the first one that brought Julian back to the playoffs in Season 13 was Kyrie. Turtle though. Oh, Ludwig!
Ludwig!
Allahu Akbar, Ludwig! Astaghfirullah!
What? ONIC? What's going on? TLID were full of jitters, full of nerves in the first 2 games. ONIC have caught up in the jitters. Ludwig with a flicker. To the wall, did he flicker back?
Is the fadeaway flicker by Ludwig.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a perfect turtle, but the highlight was on Ludwig.
You could say that was a low light coming in from Ludwig, but
that was no light. That's like, that was just dark.
Like a Hellcat old shot at Beloyski. Looking at the items right now, though, I'm curious to see what Kyrie has secured It's a Feather of Heaven right away. And towards, I believe, Holy Crystal. This is the bread and butter build. Meanwhile, people are getting jumped on.
Tsunami Slam. Oh my lord. Good guy. Airstrike already. Flickering out. Sans getting the spacing as Kyrie pushes up top. Tier 2 should fall. And it's still ONIC despite the little mistakes, despite the little blunders, who are in the lead. Keyboy, those Tsunami Slams. Gotta be careful. Sans just walks out of the AOG and ONIC keep themselves alive. Bottom lane, or sorry, top lane already into the base turret. Bottom lane for TLID, a turret take.
Well, at least there is a trade for TLID, despite Kyrie just having a time of his life in the opposing side of the map. And this is the difference between TLID and ONIC. Yes, Fabian did win the 1v1 against Kyrie in the bottom lane, but ideally, you don't want to split as the Fabian, as the Alpha, because you are the core of the team. Meanwhile, yes, Gil, Tsunami Slam still has the Purify.
The proper respect given over. Feathered airstrike now, just to poke them down. Good poke, that's another! Yo! Very low, forced to recall.
Sans.
You see a little bit of Gila in his eyes.
Just a single peek to the corner of the eye of TLID players, and you see Sans coming, flying towards you. That's the aura that this guy has in ID.
For TL now, it's still an uphill battle. They're the ones behind, despite the perfect turtle, despite what we would consider an early win. Take a look at the kills, the farm. It's all good for ONIC. Kai, solo killed, yes, but has farmed better. 13 to Fabian's 12. 1 level lead. Fabian should be able to catch up here as he gets another camp.
Big item DHS. Swift Trinity for Yo. This is the time. This is the time to pop off. Kyrie on the other side of the map. Fabian will try to make a use out of it.
Good poke over to Aran. Pops in revitalized already. Slowly but surely, Aran popping in taunt. Oh, Sans almost connected in the back. Good mount over. Lord taking very low. Kyrie very late to the fight. Keyboy gonna be engaged on Pure of Alpha. And the shred from Kyo.
I don't know if ONIC wants to go for more. It's a 4v5 now. But that was an error once again on the objective battle from ONIC. They're going back to the script in game number 3, and TLID is happily accepting the gambit from ONIC. Still getting jumped on, circling Eagle.
Over to P, has a spread, has to flicker out again defensively. TLID, that explosive power, you can see it. This was the TLID we were missing out from the first few matches. Fabian.
Oh my goodness!
What? Now gets obliterated. An odd call for a team with a Lord.
He was trying to rely on Witty's guiding wind, but unfortunately a bit too overzealous, a bit too aggressive. Might have gotta tone down the testosterone at the time for Fabian. And now TLID, they should have been up by like, I don't know, 1K
at least
with that Lord, but they missed out on that.
What is going on? TLID, ONIC, we're seeing a lot of misplays, a lot of blunders throughout. This is the pressure weighing down on him, Cheffin. Pressure of being the mighty ONIC again, and the pressure of being the defending champions.
I don't know if that pressure is gonna get to them. Look at the feather airstrike from Sans.
So much damage. Aran needs to walk away. That's not coming out as Kai tries to attack from a different angle. Fabian claims the purple, gets to 14.
Jeez, looking at the items and also the gold, though, you can already see the 1K gold advantage on towards Kyrie. This is what we expected. If you're playing a Julian, that farming potential, especially once you get to the mid game, getting that Holy Crystal and also Feather of Heaven, that's trouble, especially now with the concentrated energy, more sustainability from Kyrie. He can take on the 1v1s against Fabian a lot better now.
Kill sent down below. Rose Gold Meteor already. Good item up against Sans. Just for additional sustain. Guy, they haven't really been able to utilize the combo we were talking about all the way from Traps, right? Tsunami Slam, good flicker, or good move there. Just a wings by wings used. But the combo of Tsunami Slam and Sight, the insta-kill bun of the Julian, hasn't really been insta-kill as we got into the mid game.
Yep. The thing is, though, Mirko, they try to do that all the time. But TLID are eating their greens. Could be getting jumped on. Spear of Alpha. Keyboy just goes back.
Safe. 1,500 gold lead for ONIC still. They haven't been able to utilize the 1,500 gold lead. It's always just been a 1,500 into a TLID win to reset the gold lead, and then we go on and on again. Good control up top by TLID. They've done what is necessary to set up for this. And it's a good rotation too, delaying the rotation to Lord, just in case ONIC show up a bit too early for them to catch. Now Sans shows up. He's not even going to build up these waves. He's just going to let the turret deal with it after helping shove it in. It's just going to be a push.
Yep.
I think it's level up top.
T-Boy is going to have a hard time to choose his target. Because when you think about it, Ran, not really the greatest of targets. He has the AOG also to get away. Realistically, it's Fabian because the whole team has Purify outside of the two frontliners from TLID. So Keyboy, who's your target here? Who's going to be Tsunami Slam to the ground?
Keyboy. Oh, Tsunami Slam over to Fabian. Now no follow-up just yet. Fabian in the midst of it.
Oh my God!
With a Severo. Gets the Sky Piercer. In the back, Ludwig looking for the mount already. 1, no, 2 for 0. Ludwig gets away. Lord in control of the Sky Kings.
I told you, man, Fabian is the realistic target, but I was gonna say the guiding wind is always there to bail him out, but not quick enough. When you have South Fatal, you have Kyrie, you have Sans gunning you down from every moment. Yes, kill is low.
Purify out, TLID. The cavalry unable to charge. The artillery of ONIC outpowering TL even without the Lord. Mid lane base turret cracked open.
That's a huge one. That's a huge one. Lord is coming in the top lane. Can they do it? The one season wonder allegations from TLID might be coming through. Lord is about to crash in. They have all the siege potential in the world. Keyboy has his Tsunami Slam ready.
Oh, Feather and Airstrike too. They don't even need the Tsunami Slam. They can play with the range. Sans with the wings by wings already after zoning them away. Tsunami Slam! Over to Fabian, deleted again! TLID, the defending champions crumbling. Fighting back, circling Eagle by waiting to shut him down. Kai!
Kai is low, but he has the Winter Crown. ONIC, one more hit, and that is it. The old glory of the Sky King is back here in season of 15. Jakarta International Velodrome is theirs today.
The Sky Kings are back in action. No longer will they take a beating, a loss, an elimination in the first day of playoffs.